with your hostess with the mostest, Jenna as always. So I know this is my documentary of the week day, and I am going to be talking about sort of a documentary, but it's going to be more of a countdown, I guess. I thought I'd spice things up a little bit. I don't know what that was. We're going to go with it. But this is coming straight to you from Amazon Prime. This is one of those Amazon Prime deep finds, I guess. But basically, I watched, actually I should say a few days ago to a week ago, but when this posted, like a couple weeks ago, 50 best horror movies you've never seen. Now here's a little disclaimer though, because even after I was done watching it, I think I even kind of posted it on Joe's House of Horror, little something about seeing this and everything, and even saying kind of like, I feel like most of us hardcore fans have either A, already have seen pretty much all these movies, or B, have pretty much heard of all these movies with the intention of seeing them, just haven't actually sat down to see them yet. So, just a little disclaimer about that. But with that being said, this is a terrific little countdown. They go through, like I said, 50 movies. They count down 50 different movies. And they talk about each one, like, in pretty decent detail. Because I know this is like just over 2 hours long. I think it's like 2 hours and 12 minutes long. So they do talk about like each movie, and it's kind of, I like it because with a lot of the movies, like with a lot of the segments, they kind of like put a little, like, fun facts on the side or whatever about whatever movie that they're talking about, which is pretty fun. I like that, a little extra tidbits and everything. It's something that is really nice about this, because, like, I know I've already talked about Going to Pieces. Like, one of my big gripes about that was that movie, that documentary really spoiled quite a bit of key moments in horror movies. This documentary, you do not have to worry about that, because even, like, the people who are, like, being interviewed and stuff and talking about these movies, they would be like, oh, yeah, you gotta see what happens here, like, I'm not gonna say anything, but you really gotta see, like, like, what happens in this part, because that's the payoff and everything. So that's something that I really do like, especially, like, if you have not seen a certain movie, because, like, there's a few movies on here that I have not yet seen. So I was really glad that they did not, like, spoil different aspects of movies, so, which is a bonus. But no, like I said, this is one where I feel like a lot of us have already seen most of these movies. If not, at least a lot of these movies are kind of like on a watch list of like, okay, gotta watch this movie, gotta watch that movie. But I feel like this is kind of geared more towards, or I would recommend this to someone who is, let's say, like a casual horror fan, probably, one who watches more of like the bigger name ones, such as like Friday the 13th, Halloween, kind of like just whatever is like popular coming out today, such as like the It remake, or Get Out, or like A Quiet Place and stuff, who just kind of go with whatever, what the big buzz movie is at the time. Or if you're someone who is kind of just getting into horror and, you're kind of not sure where to, like, begin, or you're just kind of like, okay, what should I watch? Like, what should I watch? This would be a really good place to start off. Like I said, you get, like, 50 movies. Even if you yourself have already seen, like, 5 to 10 of these movies on this list, that still gives you about 45 to 40 movies to watch off the bat. So that's a really good one for you guys to start with, is this movie right here, this little documentary itself. Some of the movies that they do talk about, and some of them I am kind of like, some of them that they were talking about, I was kind of like, really? Like, that made it on the list? I feel like everybody has seen this movie, but whatever. Like, for example, perfect example of what I mean by that is, like, The Reanimator. Reanimator was on this countdown. I love Reanimator. A lot of you guys love Reanimators. Reanimator, I think, first person I think of is Sarah over at Sarah1228. I'm just saying, I know she would be like, if she watch this. I literally was watching this the other night, and I heard her from Canada going, "What? Reanimator's on this? Everybody's seen that movie, okay? Who hasn't seen that movie?" So little things like that I'm like, but I'm not gonna like complain about it. But some of the things that are that were featured on this list, and this is really not like in any particular order, so this is not gonna be like, whatever. So certain things, like I said, Reanimator, Alice, Sweet Alice, When a Stranger Calls, the original, Basket Case, Feast, Inside, The Fury, Near Dark, Alone in the Dark, Don't Be Afraid of the Dark. So those are just some of the movies that are featured on this countdown and everything. Like I said, it's really well done. It was really fun hearing other people's thoughts about these movies and everything. And I mean, there's a couple of movies where it's like I kind of like forgotten about, just such as like The Fury, where I remember hearing about it, but I kind of ended up forgetting about it. But it's definitely one that I'm like, I want to see. And quite honestly, like a horror pack, I wish they would just kind of like watch this, because I know that they've sent a couple of the movies on this list, such as like Reanimator, Feast, Basket Case, out in previous packs, but literally they could like buy out all these movies from different distributors, who are trying to just like get rid of their overstock and stuff. They literally could just get all these and like just send them out all in one pack, and I would totally be okay with it. Or like multiple packs, I should say. But yeah, I'm just saying. But anyway, guys, let me know what you think of this documentary. If you have seen it, like I said, is on Amazon Prime. Let me know what you think of it. Do you think that this is kind of like one of those lists where it's like, dude, everyone's seen this, or whatever? Or do you think it's like a pretty decent starting point for people who are looking for more stuff who might be new to the horror community? Let me know what you guys think. Till next time, guys, as always, stay creepy, classy, and a little bit sassy.